5 horrific tales make up the found footage follow-up to VHS. VHS 2, it's a big improvement over its predecessor. John Arry here with AintItCool.com, and last night I had a chance to check out VHS 2 here at South by Southwest 2013. It's a found footage anthology film made up by a group of horror enthusiasts, filmmakers who definitely get their genre and love it. This time around the stories feel tighter, they're more succinct, less improvisation, there's a uptick in quality, and there's just more evenness across the board in the storytelling. The first story is told to us by Adam Wingard. He gets a robotic eye implanted into his head that, as a byproduct, allows him to see ghosts. He later meets a young girl who has a cochlear implant who can hear ghosts. She's more really there just to show off her boobs, though. This installment felt like a decent Twilight Zone episode with some sex and boobs thrown in for no good reason. Luckily, it gets better from here. The second tale from the Blair Witch Project's Eduardo Sanchez and Greg Hale, it explores the experience of becoming a zombie. A ride in the park is told mostly from a GoPro camera attached to the helmet of a bike rider going through a park. He's attacked by zombies, and it's funny, it's crazy, and it's a different take on the zombie genre than I've seen in a long time. It's really nice work. The third story comes from The Raid's Gareth Evans and Macabre's Timo Tirahanto. They follow a crew documenting an Indonesian cult. At 30 minutes, this is the longest of the tales, and rightfully so. Their short film is a study in pacing, tone, and tension. By the end of it, they've taken the audience on this mad roller coaster ride that easily eclipses any of the VHS stories we've seen up to this point. Really, really nice work. The final short comes from Jason Eisner as he pays homage to the kid films from the 80s and early 90s. A slumber party goes horribly wrong when a group of kids are attacked by some evil aliens while they're vacationing at their lakeside house. Most of the action here is told from a GoPro camera attached on the back of a dog. Imagine Elliot or the Goonies getting chased around by malevolent extraterrestrials. It's that kind of kid in peril fun. The wraparound story, well, that constitutes the weakest of the bunch. The acting is pretty awful, and the plot, it feels convoluted. It simply didn't click. Luckily, it's broken up by the other stories in the film, so you don't have to ponder its mediocrity too much. Overall, horror hounds will have a lot of fun with VHS 2. Much like VHS to DVD, it's a generational step forward in the found footage horror anthology franchise. If I had one request for VHS 3, though, it would be this. Hire at least one female filmmaker to make a story. Practically every woman in the first 2 films is either there to show us her boobs or be a victim. VHS 2 gets past much of the rapiness that we witnessed in the first film, but the ladies here are still used more as props rather than characters. But those are just my thoughts. You can leave your comments below and keep checking in with AintItCool.com throughout South by Southwest for more news, interviews, and reviews. I'm John Arry.